and welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming. And in this episode, as you already can see, we are going to talk about another Sailfish OS topic. In this case, we are talking about the browser development on this. So it's not something that you can download or something, but I have a recent development that I want to share with you, which is probably going to be interesting for at least some people. And you have to be a little bit more technical to like this, but still, hopefully you will like it too, or find it interesting at least. So what we're talking about here is, of course, as you can see, the Sailfish OS browser development and Sailfish OS and Firefox ESR and how they are connected. So in the end, if you know, just to let you know, I'm going to take my laptop in this case. I have a connection with my Sailfish OS empowered Sony Xperia 10 Mark III running at the moment. We are not going to talk much about that or have a look at the smartphone itself a lot, but we are talking about what this is all about. And so I'm not going to show you too much from my screen there. But if you see something, it's going to be done by Screencast, which is an app which is going to bring over the desktop of my smartphone to web browser which is running on my smartphone. It's a local running web browser, nothing with the internet or something connected. It's really only available in my Wi-Fi. And like this, I can just have a look at, for instance, the screen of my smartphone, as you can see here. And in the end, you can see that something is happening there with a little bit of delay, but you can still see what's going on here. So if you see that, it's more or less from this. Okay. So let's talk about Firefox ESR first. ESR stands for Extended Support Release, and this more or less means that you can have an older version of Firefox more or less running at your computer. It's for computers, for smartphones, it doesn't really matter. And that this version still, not the one I'm pointing at, just to let you know, but the ESR version is still getting all the security features and stuff like that, or security updates, better to say. And like this, you are still on a safe side with your browsing and stuff like that. And this is sometimes necessary for instance, for companies, so that companies can build something around the new around Firefox, or the Gecko engine in this case, so that they can use it to create something like a new product or something, or in our case, a Sailfish OS browser, because the Sailfish OS browser is based on the Gecko engine of Firefox or Mozilla. And like this, you are getting more or less a version for the companies which are doing something like this, so they don't have to constantly update everything, but they can just use, for instance, an ESR version, in this case with the extended support, and in the end get all the different security features, or better to say security updates, not features. Features are something that are really for the main versions only. So, but the security updates from the version, in this case they're using the version 68, so this ESR version is getting all the different security updates till the next ESR version is out, and the ESR version, the next one, is 78. So you have 10 versions of Firefox in between, but in the end we are just talking about one version of ESR in this case. So this is very important to know. And at the moment, as you can see, we have the version 116 for the normal Firefox, which is of course much newer than the 78, which is currently the one where Sailfish OS is running on, or better say where the Sailfish OS browser is running on. And because there is already a new version out, or maybe even two, of the ESR cycle, we really need to get an update. And one of the developers has now, more or less brought out a website where he's going to tell us about his recent efforts to bring that one to life. Or better to say, the next version of Sailfish OS browser. So if I go to that website, you can see it here. If you want to go to it yourself and read everything, you can just click on the link in the description down below. And as you can see, he just brought out this Gecko Dev Diary, which is more or less taking us on the journey he is going to go through between ESR 78 to ESR 91 in this case of Firefox, or better to say the SFOS based engine that is going to use that Gecko based engine is better to say for the SFOS browser. This way around, it's right. And yeah, in the end, what he's going to show us here is why it's a little bit troublesome to do all this, because in the end, the Gecko engine itself is a very great engine, but the problem is it's programmed in a little bit of a different way than the normal SFOS browser would be, or the Sailfish OS in its whole would be. And like this, the developers have to really do some kind of iterations and some kind of editings in the code to get everything to work together nicely. And like this is what we can see here, and why it takes a little bit longer to get all the different updates. So if you activate the next website or browse to the next website on your Sailfish OS browser, and for some reason there's a feature that is not going to work or something, which might happen from time to time, then this is the reason for that, because they really have to update step by step, so each and every ESR version, so he can't even go from 78 to the newest one or something, but he has to go to the next step and go through that to do the next development part here. In the end, if I just go down a little bit here, you can see it's a very recent development we have here. We have the 8th of September, which was yesterday in this case, where he really got a lot of different information about all the technical details here. And if I go down, you can see there's a lot of stuff. He's not talking about just stuff he got running or something, but about problems too. So if he is going to face a problem or something, then you can even read it here. Maybe you can even help him. If you know something about this development and you're really in depth into development, then hopefully you can even assist a little bit. But in the end, what you can see here, each and every day or work day or whatever, he is deciding when he is posting something into the diary, is more or less brought to us here, and he just tells us about what is happening, why it's happening, and so on. And as you can see, each and every day from the 5th or something on, I'm not sure, or 4th, I'm not sure, the moment is, 4th, is now in this diary where he is talking about all this. And as you can see, it's day 19 for the 4th here, and like this, he's working on this for a couple of days already. And the great thing about it is that you are going to get a new Sailfish OS browser version, not a whole new browser or something, but only a new version of it, which will support a lot more of features of the modern web, and so hopefully it's a lot better than before. In the end, for most websites, everything is working still fine with the older version, but still, if you're running into some trouble, this might solve it for you, or at least till the next one has to be brought out. And if you have any kind of questions about this, you can put them down below into the commentary section. I'm trying to answer them. Just to let you know, I'm not a developer like him. I can talk a little bit about all this, but I'm really not that in-depth into that stuff than he is, for instance. And of course, I'm not related to Sailfish OS or something like that neither. So if you have any kind of questions, want to talk about something, or just want to post something here, it's fine. Just do it down below. I will try to answer it, or just tell you, sorry, can't answer that, maybe somebody else will. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, of course. And if you like the channel, then probably it's a good time to subscribe to it. It's, of course, no costs involved there. And other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening. Have a great time, have a great day. Till the next episode, and bye. Bye!